Hello, and welcome to the Batsa's Manga Podcast. This week we're talking about Dragon Ball Chapter 281 to 290, or for me, 87 to 96. This week, as always, I'm joined by Hut's timing savant.
Yeah.
Ryu, fake British singer.
I guess I am British.
I don't get
I
where
was
that
more
gets-
emo than British, but
All emo songs are kind of British in the 2000s, at least. And I'm Rose Ben. Welcome. Let's get into the chapters.
you're not wrong. Anyway,
All right, I have something to complain about immediately.
cheese and butter, the milk products.
No!
It's cheese and butter, but they're from cheese and butter.
And my mouse died. Oh my
That's
god, bro.
phenomenal. That is phenomenally bad.
I caught that so quick. I was like, wait a minute, this makes
I
too much
never
sense.
thought about that. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh lord.
Anyway, you're complaining.
Dude, you caught me off guard, man. That's crazy. Anyway, back to hating. Like they use my least favorite trope. Like I hate it when like characters assume that a feat or something that they saw with their own eyes was just because of luck or a fluke. And like I know especially in this case it's like villain copium, but it annoys the fuck out of me. I guess it is working correctly because it is a writing technique. It's supposed to piss me off so that like when they get proven wrong by the main character or whatever character they're like underestimating, it's a lot nicer because you want to see them put in their fucking place because they're stupid and dumb. So it works. I just hate it.
Don't have to look further than Jujutsu Kaisen fast, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
There,
I have to process that for a second. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. You could see like the loading bar on
gears,
my
yeah.
like his picture.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
get what you mean though. Like it is like, oh yeah, that must have been luck. Our boss never that weak, and like, yeah,
Even later,
true.
when like Jace looks up the scatter and is like, "What? Your power can't be that big." But Vegeta's like, "You don't believe that, do you? Like seriously? Let's be for real here for a sec. Do you really believe
Vegeta
that?"
was like, "Let's be for real."
Stop the coping.
Is that on God?
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, even the characters know it's scope, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so there's a justification for it, but I was just annoyed by it.
Yeah.
I obviously, I haven't seen my boss get beaten up in front of me. So like I don't
Must be
know
Mirage.
how I would react. But I feel
Must be
like
Mirage.
I would
He can
accept my new
manipulate the space and
reality.
time continuum.
We're starting this one's rocky. This is a rocky start for us.
Oh my god, bro.
This is a hell of a start to it.
He made him a Mirage, so it looked like he beat my boss. He didn't actually beat him. It's all fake.
Illusions,
We're
bro.
5 minutes in. Oh my goodness.
Illusions. Exactly, bro. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
I can actually
Clearly,
imagine.
some lasers.
I can imagine Jace with the whiteboard connected the strings and be like, "This can't be real."
Hut, like going off of that, something from like a series that I'm going to complain about so hard whenever you read that.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pop off whenever you see that again.
Yeah.
Alright, anybody else? Because I need a minute.
Anyway, so Goku like fucking outclasses butter and cheese. It is so funny because genuinely, like, Bert's like behind you. I guess you just
We're never gonna recover from this. This episode is lost.
His name is Berter in my translation.
It's
He's-
literally butter.
It's Berter with an R in the middle.
Yeah,
That's his name.
that is his name. They're named after dairy products. All of the Guinea
Yes.
forests. Like
Ginyu is milk, right? In Japanese.
think so. I
They explained
forgot
it
what they're
last
all
week.
based off of.
I explained that like last time. They talk about all the names and what they like, came from. Because
Yeah,
it was cheese, butter.
yeah. Ginyu is milk. Guldo is yogurt. Raccoon,
Yo, yeah.
raccoon is cream. Butter is butter, and Jace is cheese, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, because
And
like, they're
then,
all milk products. Oh, and milk, but yeah.
yeah. Fun fact, actually, in the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which has some the cutscenes, the animated, especially the animated cutscenes, they're all canon, right?
Hmm.
And Toriyama even added an original character, which is named Bonya. That was a sixth member of the Ginyu Force. That was also Jace's sister. But
Oh,
she quit the Ginyu Force after
what is she named after then? Do you know?
she started like a training facility.
No, but what was she named after? Like
I
Bunya,
have no idea.
Bunya, like milk.
Uh,
I'm thinking milk. Can't really think of anything that starts with like a B, so it must be something different.
yeah, breast milk.
No way. Is that real?
Her name, like the rest of the Ginyu Force name, is a pun on a dairy product. It means, and then there's Japanese letters. It means breast milk in Japanese.
Nah,
Yikes! Yeah.
nah.
Oh
What
my
the
god, that's
fuck?
actually crazy. That's actually
That's
crazy.
wild. Is she a woman? Is she a woman, right?
Yeah,
So the
she's
only
Jason's
women on the Ginyu
sister.
Force is called breast milk. That's no, no.
Ahem. Any,
Toriyama, what were you cooking, dog? You started. No.
anyways, moving up from that,
King
you can.
Chris level of cooking, bro. What the fuck? Anyway,
Uh, I have several questions.
sixth
Don't
member
ask
of
them.
Ginyu
Don't
Force,
ask.
sister of cheese, right?
Yeah,
Called breast milk.
yeah.
Bunya.
Done.
Okay,
Finished.
no,
Yes.
I have other questions though. What the fuck is Raccoon?
Cream.
Cream.
I guess. Okay.
We got a
Guldo.
panel
Goldo?
last week.
Guldo is yogurt.
Okay. See,
Mhm.
some of these are Japanese, and some of these are just fucking English.
Butter.
Cheese and butter, yeah.
But cheese and butter caught me so off guard because I'm almost like, oh, that's some Japanese shit, whatever. And then then Ryu starts the episode off with cheese and butter.
No, it may have been like a TN, like a typewriter like message, but they gave all the names for me at least, like where they came from, like last
I didn't
week
get
at
him.
least. It's fair enough. I mean, yeah, but the also be the case where in like in Japanese it's called shitsu, like it's like using two kanji like makes cheese. Probably
Bro.
not, maybe not, but I don't know.
Maybe, who knows? Well, we're not Japanese experts.
Like Ginyu is a lot different than milk, so they might have found their own word. But cheese might have come from the West, whereas they adapted the Western name.
Because I guess it took a lot more processing.
Yeah, exactly.
But then again, they did have yogurt before then.
Yogurt is different. That uses bacteria, I believe, to make yogurt. I don't know. I'm not a cheese expert. Okay, I'm not a cheeseologist.
Cheeseologist. You're Dutch though. You should know this.
You're lactose. You should know this.
I am lactose, bro. I am. That's crazy. I am
You are
actually
lactose.
lactose.
Mhm. You are the lactose. It's crazy.
I was gonna
All
make a
of it.
joke, but I don't know enough about chemistry to make that joke, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm trying to something. That's for damn sure.
And we can
Does
go
that
back
also
to
mean?
Goku.
Okay, no, go on. I don't know anything about butter, but that's fine.
A butter is just churning. Like it's getting cream and then like churning it so it becomes solid.
Yeah, but they have cream because Raccoon is not really cream, is it?
Cream. No.
I don't know.
So they did it. So they had cream, but they didn't have the idea of like, let's just fucking twist it around a bit.
Not twisting. It's legit like impacting it like a lot. I don't know. Like you have the big
Let's
charter
hit the
things. Like,
cream. Fight the
they
cream.
made mochi, so I don't know.
Yeah, see, they have a whole thing about rabbits making mochi on the moon. Why didn't they do it with cream? Why couldn't they have been making butter on the moon?
They had a lot more access to rice than to milk. Maybe I don't know. They didn't have much cows, if at all.
Mochi's made out of rice?
Yep.
I don't know.
Very cool.
Same as soju. Like a lot of things in Japan are made out of rice. They have a lot of.
That's also why they have like rice wine, sake.
Yeah. Choju is more Korean, sorry, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
was about
like a
to
lot of
say,
things
soju
are
Korean?
made from rice in
I
Asia.
don't know enough about that place. No. I was gonna let it slide. I didn't know.
Anyway,
I was about to search it up.
when Goku is beating up Birder and like he finishes him off, Krillin just says,
Oh,
"Hey, are you sure that you are really Goku?" Like Krillin is like, "Are you Goku though?"
Mm.
He's like that ain't no way that guy became so strong in like 6 days or a month, I guess.
No,
But-
it was 6 days. Because
I mean, yeah, but they don't know that. They've been gone for a month and 6 days.
yeah, fair enough. I just know that he was on the way at some point. That's all.
MG just finishing them off, just
Yeah,
blasting them.
yeah. At the end, he went like 4 for 5. He could have gone for 5 for 5 if he wanted to, but you know,
Yeah,
I guess living as a frog is worse than death.
Being dead.
Yeah,
didn't Goku say that it's a fate worse than death?
No,
That
that's
was
what Vegeta
Vegeta.
said that.
Oh, like that. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, fuck you, Kermit. Your life is depressing.
yeah.
Oh no!
Forgot that you can do that voice.
How do you forget? Anyway,
I was just calling out a frog.
I thought you for a second there. I thought you said I was just calling out a fraud. So
he does have a hand up his ass.
Why does that make him a frog?
He's not a real frog.
you walking on 2 legs, bro? Nah, can't be.
It's also married.
To a pig.
Hey,
Anyway,
just saying. Foreshadowing.
get that back.
It's foreshadowing. Todd, you've been reading the wrong Dragon Ball.
Oh.
You're on the wrong site, buddy. Oh goodness. Yeah, this episode's not salvageable. We can talk about the most intelligent shit ever, but we're not coming back from this. We're just not coming back from this.
Yeah, this episode is cooked, bro.
We're
Oh my
cooked.
God.
This is the shit.
Yeah, we're done.
I'm gonna try and lead this into a normal direction.
Go on. Good luck. Good fucking luck. I want you to do this whilst keeping in mind that Hut just talked about Ginyu getting a hand up his ass. Now go. Try and salvage this. Try it, I dare you.
Well, he also had Goku in him. And a hand through his heart.
Shut through the heart.
Yours to blame.
Copyright.
Oh, okay.
Can't Ryu give it a try.
Yep. Go on.
So Ginyu versus Goku. What do y'all think? Like, what do y'all think about like Ginyu? Ginyu is like able to control his power level in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
genuinely.
Which
And one of the like interesting things that I think like Ginyu said was how apparently like he implied that like all of the Ginyu Force came about through like genetic mutations.
Yeah.
Of other
Experimentations,
races.
like maybe, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like so the like strongest warriors in the universe, barring Frieza and Goku, because fuck them up. And like maybe Vegeta, probably not Ginyu, but like at least Jace. Like they came about through genetic mutation, so there's no like natural born warrior stronger than them, barring like Frieza and Goku.
I feel like
they're not
Ginyu,
not. I will.
Ginyu,
Well,
like who would be the most naturally born out of them? Because you have the psychic guy with your yogurt, he
Mhm.
definitely didn't. He definitely is like a weird specimen because his head was off and he still was alive. Might have been his main species, but
That's the thing. We don't know what their actual
we don't know
species
enough.
are supposed to
Yeah,
look like, so we don't know if it's just physical mutation or if their powers have something to do with it.
because Ginyu himself, he looks like a mutation. The horns, the weird like squiggly head that looks like it's a brain. It's
Ac-
Yeah, but maybe
for
that's
all
just an alien species, and then like he just like his mutation is like that he can switch bodies.
yeah, for all we know, that's
yeah,
might not even be his original body. You know, that could have just be someone
true.
else's body that was very strong, right?
Oh, this body, to be fair, I do want to say this. It looks a little bit like Frieza. If Frieza was a lot more bulky, like the horns, the white skin.
Well, no, he has like purple, pinkish skin.
Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah, I like this. Like if in the semi-color panels he's white, and then in the like full color he's purple pinkish, which is annoying.
Yeah, and some color
Uh,
throws you off sometimes.
yeah, no, yeah, then yeah, then that falls through water. That's true. Yeah, yeah, no, I don't know. It's strange. Like they feel like they are definitely from like some of them do feel like mutations because G's was
Yeah,
like a
because
reddish. Yeah, but again, we don't know. We don't know the original species they came from.
we only
They might
know
also just.
Bonya actually looks like Trace. Just team,
I mean,
just
Who?
might just be. Press me up.
that.
Might just be the like sister
Okay,
of G's.
yeah, Bonya is Jace's sister, and we've gotten to know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
I
reaction. But
don't.
anyway, but yeah,
Okay.
like if they look like each other, might be that like one of their parents is like there might be like a crossbreed of two species of alien that like somehow made two children that look like similar enough to each other.
I mean, like, I would like to point out that like most likely when two people have kids, it's not rolling the fucking dice to see like the randomizer doesn't get hit every time. There's a base amount that is transmitted from both of them. So
Yeah,
their kids will look similar. That's how genetics work. People act like when you have two people that look different and they have kids that you fucking roll the dice, but instead of the regular D6, it's a fucking D100. Not the case. Like they're still gonna look similar.
yeah, fair. Like facial structure and etc. etc.
Facial structure and like it's the same like similar stuff that is transmitted, and like both of the parents still have very little variation now because they're still the same person, right? So
Yeah,
like unless you have like recessive genes in the gene pool that actually happen to affect like outer appearance by a lot, it's not gonna do anything. Like it's not gonna be that crazy a difference.
yeah, yeah. That's true. I don't know. We just don't know. Yeah, like it's funny to me that like Ginyu was getting beat up because Goku went to Kaioken times 10, right? Or
I thought it was
didn't
a
they?
regular Kaioken.
Just a
Was
regular
just one?
Kaioken. Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah. So
Just
like
regular.
this
Down.
motherfucker was like, I'll go all out one.
Yeah, he
He,
said.
he
I did.
said
He
like
did
himself, he'd
say.
probably go 10 in
He
like
did
the
say.
shuttle.
Yeah, like earlier, he did say, "Oh, I can probably manage Kaioken. Kaioken times 10. You know, he's pretty fine." But he also said this power is nothing in comparison as to what I can put out in bursts.
Yeah,
So
So I
he's
get, oh, you're right, because like he would switch to higher Kaiokens when attacking like he did on Earth.
yeah.
like
We
after like
also
split second, like
yeah
split millisecond the second it hit and then off.
we also see that
To
Goku's
limited
like
damage.
we also see that Goku's key control is like a lot better.
Yeah, so
To
like
the
this is essentially like this. That was an interesting moment where like where like Vegeta observes that like he's like raising his power level like the instant he has to hit or dodge, and then like bringing it back down immediately. This is kind of like a throwback to something that they say earlier, not like in this arc or anything, but just in the series. Like they say essentially like when like talking about a master martial art, I forget in which context, but like
Wasn't
essentially
that
not
in
a
the
single
third bridge
movement
guy?
is wasted, right? Like that's something that they've said in order to talk about like how refined a martial artist's movements are. This is essentially that, but with ki.
Yeah. Like I think I said it in the third Budokai. Like I think they did it there or the second or something along those lines. Like where we saw a lot of people fight. But yeah, genuinely, like it is that. It's just him being so controlled with the way he fights that he knows exactly when to move. When he doesn't waste energy keeping at a full burst. Always, he doesn't like keep it low and then restrict his attacks. He always knows exactly, even if it's not on purpose, just intuitively, he knows to do this and get himself better in a fight.
Yeah, it's just more confirmation that Goku has now become a master.
He definitely does. He definitely is.
Like we even see the um when Ginyu switches to Goku's body, he's still at a power level 23,000, which is Vegeta's
Impressive.
power level at the start of Namek, still very impressive. But he couldn't even like lay a hand on Krillin once he was actually fighting. So
He matters a lot. The power
yeah.
level matters a lot less.
hmm So if you don't know how to use your powers, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Like,
first that
speaking
high
of
power
Goku,
level.
how you go?
The first that high power level that 180,000 that like Ginyu saw with the reader was only when in Kaioken. He can't go Kaioken. He doesn't know how to do that.
Even
It's
Yeah.
just a way to do. And
Goku's
even the
regular power.
base power
Yeah.
level, indeed, he doesn't is locked away somewhere. Like Ginyu doesn't know how to access like that mentally towards
Yeah,
the
because like
body
his
of
base
Goku.
power was like 60k, right?
That's what
Yeah,
he thought it was. It's 90k because Goku just used Kaioken times 2, and for normal Kaioken.
Kaioken is base times 2.
Yeah, it's base times 2, and then you.
so
And then you
Kaioken
have,
2 then double that again, or is
no,
that
it's
like
just
1.5
Kaioken. That's just your power level times 2,
doubled?
and then it's just you say Kaioken times 3 and stuff. You only say Kaioken for like a baseline Kaioken, right?
Okay.
I see.
Okay, but like this week, like reading the chapters, I like something actually clicked in my head about like Goku's character. And like I was talking to Hud about this earlier this week or last week or like a little while ago. I don't remember.
Same here this week.
Where I said like I don't feel like I have a good handle on Goku's character. Normally when I'm reading a series, by this point I have a really good handle on like the characters and like I can pretty much like figure it out. One of the reasons why it's been so hard with Goku is because obviously he changes a lot. Because like he goes from a kid to now an adult, and the writing you can argue that it's inconsistent, or you can just say that like Goku just changes so much. It's really like if you want to give it a negative or a positive spin.
Yeah.
Um, they both have a basis. I'm not gonna deny either of the viewpoints, but just which one you want to pick. But I like this week. I finally feel like something clicked in me, and it came from Vegeta, ironically enough, because like it was the moment where Vegeta killed um Burter and Raccoon.
Mhm.
And like Vegeta says something along the lines of like you could like he ridicules the fact that like Goku didn't want to kill them. And that like showed a lot, like that finally made it click in my head. Like the contrast between these two characters is like very evident. But just to put it into words, like Vegeta, obviously a full Saiyan, Goku as well, but Vegeta as a full Saiyan grew up in Saiyan culture, right? Like
Yeah.
he was there, like grew up in Saiyan culture, and like Saiyans inherently have this like thirst for battle, and like Saiyan culture honed that into bloodlust, and that bloodlust makes Vegeta not think anything of like killing an enemy, right?
Mhm.
Like to him, like, I feel like taking the life of an enemy that you've vanquished is that you've beaten is just like intrinsic. Like if you win, you get to kill your enemy. Then you take a look at Goku, who is a full Saiyan as well, but grew up among humans
On
in
Earth.
human culture, and that thirst for battle has been honed by the restraint implicit in martial arts. Martial arts is a lot about about showing restraint and only using force when necessary. and that was the perfect environment for Goku to achieve higher heights than Vegeta, because like it essentially sharpened that thirst for battle, not necessarily into bloodlust, but like just into more like skill, power,
Skill.
whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it, whatever you want to call it. And because of that, I feel like also because of like the culture where on Earth among humans, taking a life is a big deal. Like that's a bad thing. And I think be like even in like martial arts, even in like all these like fights that Goku's been in, it's never really been that, you know, like with Vegeta, where like taking somebody's life is the right of the victor. I feel like for Goku, the victor gets to choose. There's a
Yeah.
choice there, rather than kill. It's kill if necessary, but if unnecessary, then you don't, and that's a choice that the victor gets to make, which is very different from what you see with with like Saiyan culture, where it's just kill.
Flashback to the Red Ribbon arc where Goku infiltrates the Red Ribbon base. Anyway,
Yes,
I have one thing to say about that.
argument for inconsistency. Like I
Mm,
said, they both have their things.
I
they
don't think
changed. Yeah.
that's an inconsistency because we only saw Goku start taking the moral high ground after his trade with Kami. You know, the guardian of Earth, the one that knows everything. It's after that where he was like, okay, I think I went about this all wrong because before that, you know, he was raised in the mountains, and after that, his grandpa died, so he didn't really have a,
More
you know,
compass.
yeah, moral compass, a way to completely differentiate from things, right? He didn't get to fully develop that. Even then, he trained with Roshi a couple months, but that was mainly to get to know like the basics, like math and language and stuff, as well as training his martial arts. But
I mean,
he
like it also
trained
makes sense if you think about it, right? Because like a lot of foundations for like who you're going to become, like the very basics are obviously laid in your early childhood, but like most of the development happens when you're a teenager. Goku
Yeah.
spent a lot of his teenage years with Kami.
exactly, and it's after training with Kami that he was like, all right, I'm gonna spare Piccolo, so he gonna show that I'm gonna try out this new ideology of mine instead of killing enemies like he did with Tao and such and the Red Ribbons.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he was like, "All right, it worked this time. Let me try with Rad, or like other people. He tried with Raditz. It didn't work. He killed when necessary, and then he tried with Nappa as well. Vegeta killed Nappa, and then he tried with Vegeta himself as well. And now he actually sees another, except for Piccolo, another positive change, somewhat, since Vegeta did help out and save Krillin and Gohan. So he's finally seeing, the fruits of this new ideology that he's trying out.
I think there's also an
Yes.
argument to be made that like, you know, like obviously we have the kill count for a long time. Um because like you can make an argument that that's like the same nature of just like, you know, first for battle and like that unrestrained impulse that is there, that hadn't been honed and tamed by martial arts and by the ideology and choices that he would make, and that because of that he didn't really pay attention to that. You can also make the argument that he was just an impulsive kid. Oh,
Also, just
for
in group in the wild, group in the actual jungle with animals, where it was kill or be killed. So maybe that's an argument there that like he just got the idea. Oh, I should kill the animal, so killing a human is fine too. He didn't know moral norms like from the normal human society.
I don't know, like I don't know if he like even
I
thought
don't
about it
know.
that
It's
much.
that deadly.
I feel like it's like as a kid you don't actively make any real choices. You just
No,
kind
not really.
of
No.
do things. Like there's no like there's like an I there's not an idea, there's a feeling behind it most of the time when you're a
Yeah.
kid.
Goku.
And that's why kids have a hard time explaining things to adults. Because adults want
Yeah.
reason, logic, thoughts, and kids just don't do things that way.
It just felt like it.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
Goku was 12 years old at the start of the story, so it makes sense
No, 14 by his own count.
by his own count. That is true.
His own wrong count.
Yeah. Before he couldn't count, so pretty impressive. He got 2 years close.
Yeah, yeah,
Within 2 years, it's pretty impressive.
I mean, yeah, when you barely know how to do anything, that is not hunting and surviving.
Yeah. To be
I-
fair, I don't know how to survive yet either. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
So,
Aren't we all? Anyway, jeez. What upon hearing that Super Saiyan, like from I think it was Vegeta talking to him.
They were talking about it for like, let's be honest, like half these chapters were about Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and I'm just like, when is the blonde hair coming? Just waiting on it now. At this
I
point,
finally realized the legend.
I am the legendary Super Saiyan.
That's
Also,
right.
also, it's funny that Vegeta thinks he has an advantage now because the Super Saiyan is the born from rage, supposed to be
The
ruthless
only thing they've
everywhere.
said so far is that he's supposed to be like this unbeatable warrior that thirsts for blood or something. That's
for
bloodthirsty.
battle, I think it's even more specifically. So by that logic, it could just be Goku, or like I
If
don't know
it's just
specifically.
first for battle, then maybe. But like, let's
I mean,
let's take
even then, if it's like said to be from Bloodthirst, that comes from Saiyan mythology. The Saiyan culture is to kill and bloodthirst. So if it's like in like Saiyan culture, that would even if it normally was just for battle, they would form that to their own like way. That's how like most religions change over the years to conform to
Yep.
what the people are thinking of the time, right?
Yeah.
So
So
that's why I'm thinking, even if it says for blood or for battle or whatever, it still comes from same culture, which has probably altered the actual like person that are they referring to as the legendary Super Saiyan, or just a thought. It might just be a hypothetical being that could be instead of
yeah.
just never maybe even happened before.
Hmm.
It might just
Yeah.
be a
Because
hypothetical upper limit.
in these guys' minds, this is just a legend, a rumor started by the Saints, but
Yeah,
frightens them like that, they have this potential that they can become this Super Saiyan, right? It's the thing. Yeah, see, Ginyu says, a Super Saiyan is supposed to be the mightiest warrior in the universe, one who relishes in bloodshed and combat, which is why Ginyu and Vegeta both assume that Goku can't be the Super Saiyan, at least not yet. They say,
Ginyu says the legend of the Super Saiyan holds that he will love bloodshed and battle above all.
yeah, okay, that's the official
yeah.
translation for him. So above
But yeah,
everything,
again, this might, and then that's what Ginyu says, who isn't even a Saiyan, so he probably heard it via, like through Frieza, probably.
Folktale is tricky, but that's the
Yeah,
cool thing about folktale, like especially in writing. Like this is why it's kind of a hard line to walk, because like the thing with folktale is that a lot of it, as you say, like it changes over time and changes through like interpretations of generations and like different sensibilities. But in a story, you have to take a lot more things at face value, because like if you like it's just basic like setup, right? Like if you say that this is how that is and then you don't do it, that just feels like you lied to the audience.
yeah,
So like prophecies and folktale, they're a lot like harder to do. Like you have to play with double meanings a lot. So like
exactly.
with that, bloodshed and battle like are the two things that we need to look at. So is there a way that we can interpret bloodshed differently or battle differently? I think battle is safe like for any
Goku as
Saiyan.
well. Yeah, just
Yeah.
battling, just fighting.
So it's
Bloodshed
bloodshed that
might
we really need
be.
to look at.
Bloodshed doesn't have to mean kill, I guess. Normally, it's interpreted as like killing after battle or killing while battling. Maybe it's bloodshed for working your ass off. Maybe it's I don't know, like shedding blood.
Just like scrapes in battle. Like it feels weird
Yeah,
because bloodshed is almost no like in no other context is referred to. Like it's just bloodshed is murder.
usually yes. Again,
Yeah.
but
we don't know for
Yeah,
sure.
so
And
like they essentially set up the idea that you must be that like somebody needs to be willing to kill in order to be able to beat Frieza. That's like what Vegeta essentially brings to the table.
yeah, in fact, Goku did do bloodshed. Think original Piccolo. Think again, like, but that's young.
Yeah.
Like, again,
he's changed as a person.
it's changed a lot.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
so the question is, does he need to refer back to that in order to defeat Frieza? Like, is this what is necessary? Because also, like, another thing, like, they say that the Super Saiyan is the ultimate warrior, right? They say
Yeah.
they're the strongest warrior, the ultimate warrior, and up until now, that hasn't necessarily been linked to Frieza, right? Like,
No.
nobody, like, the first time Frieza is referred to as a warrior is in chapter 248, 284, sorry, by himself.
Yeah, as I am the strongest warrior.
Yes, and I noted that down obviously to like highlight this. So so this is the first time that we see an actual link being established between our characters and Frieza. Like, so we're talking about warriors now. So does that mean that Super Saiyan is necessary to defeat Frieza, or or is it something else? Like, what? I feel like there's a very amount of tracks that we can go down with this and the interpretations and the information that we have at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know.
We
Mysterious.
Only
have
so.
to see.
Speaking of warriors, we get and Frieza. Funnily enough, he of course goes to the very much old
Elder,
I yeah, the elder. I forgot their race.
Guru,
Anyway, but yeah, and then he fights. What's his name?
Nail.
Nail.
Nail. Yeah, Nail. Yeah.
Hit the
And
nail on that.
Nail genuinely, for having to fight only Frieza's left hand, takes. He does quite a bit. He does something. He goes like 40k, right? I think 42k.
42, yeah.
But then we also get Frieza's power level. It's more than 10 times that. 530k.
Yeah,
And so, like, even if you think about, like, to be fair, if you think about it, like, Goku can do Kaioken times 10 in
exactly.
instances,
But
and he
remember,
has 90.
90.
So that would still be
900.
900. But we know from what Darmon said
yeah, I was about
that
to say.
that Frieza can transform. So we have no
Yeah,
idea
but he
if that
does
actually
preface
changes.
that the power level by saying, "I don't plan to fight you at my full capacity." So I'm assuming that the 530 is at his absolute maximum capacity. So when he has been transformed, when he goes to a stronger form.
Yeah, but we're also seeing like we're getting into levels now, but we've also like already established earlier this episode that power level doesn't matter if you don't use it right. So like the question is like the power level doesn't matter. Is Frieza an actual master, or has Frieza got some like unrealized potential and like use like more of like his overwhelming strength to dominate rather than
Ben's gone.
It's gone.
Ben's
There,
gone.
I think.
Hello, am I back?
There you
Oh,
go.
we're back.
Yep.
Where did I
Oh,
cut off? I was cooking.
It has strength rather than or something.
Like it is Frieza using his immense strength to fight, or is he actually using some skill, some martial arts to fight? That's the real question now, because
We
we've
don't
already
get to see
established
that.
that power levels are kind of fucky. They
Yeah,
don't tell
'cause
the whole story.
it's not just like pure raw strength; it has to do with technique as well. And
Yeah.
from what we
Yeah.
can
But
see, he only uses left hand, so we don't see technique. He is
So
quick.
we still have no idea.
We have no clue. He is quick. You saw him like instantly come in front of like Nail and do some hits, but like I don't know. I don't know. He seems quick, but that's the only thing I can tell. He
also,
seems very
Also,
strong, just generally,
no,
but that makes sense.
I was just gonna throw off mention something else real quick, which is like, can we talk about how Birder like says he's the fastest in the universe? Does that mean he thinks he's faster than Frieza? Just like, does he think he's faster than his own boss? Just
To be
throwing
fair,
that out there.
Frieza has a vehicle. He doesn't seem like the fast guy.
I mean, true. I guess Frieza's just never corrected him. I mean, like, sure, cool.
Birdo's been like, I'm the fastest in the universe. Frieza's like,
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Yeah.
That's some on the head.
Fun fact: the reason Burger is the fastest in the universe is because he always tried to get the groceries from the store as quick as possible, or his mom would beat his ass. So
Is that canon?
No way.
that is canon. Yes.
Oh my god. What
The
is this
Ginyu
fucking
Force?
universe,
The
man?
Ginyu Force genuinely
So he's
employs
tried to
all six of
like
them
getting
is the wildest thing.
There's also lore about everyone else in the Guinea Forest, but
The Ginyu Force is
Well,
wild.
the
like
Ginyu Force is like it's the absolute wildest group in this fucking series.
And they're somehow
Jace,
called the strongest group.
they have hobbies. I would get like Jace. He likes to play baseball. That's his favorite thing to do. You know, as a
Of course,
hobby.
it's baseball. Is Toriyama's favorite sport baseball?
I don't.
Probably is.
Maybe.
'Cause,
'Cause
like Yamcha's also a baseball player, no?
yeah. So maybe he really likes baseball.
I want to see a match between Yamcha and Jace.
That would be phenomenal.
Just a 1v1.
Now it makes sense why the Crushal Ball is a thing, because it's like a pitcher. When like a pitcher throws, he throws it like that. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, and we just know that Gulo's hobby was looking up
Getting his
people's
ass
tattoos.
beat.
No, something way more degenerate.
Oh boy. Also, I want to have mentioned before we get out of here that like we see Bulma again. She's absolutely horrible again, and Krillin's face, like he just looks so done with all of her shit.
He
It's like
embodies,
the mom.
yeah, he embodies us for real.
Like straight, like the eyes are like lines with little small dots. and
Finally,
the mouth is one
it's
line.
finally somebody in universe is done with her too.
Yeah,
You said fooling around. I died almost there again. Like,
Rohan
I was-
basically died, bro. His neck was like, damn.
yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
you know,
Also, I need to point out this is the only way that they'll let Vegeta beat Goku when Ginyu's in his body.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Vegeta was like, fuck around, find out. I don't. Okay, that you're not in your own body. I don't give a fuck, bro. Run these hands.
Look, he had to take the small dub.
He was like, okay, Kakarot is stronger than me right now, but you know,
I'm
is
taking
Ginyu
this dub, bro.
stronger
I'm
than me?
taking it.
Yeah, I'm taking it, bro. If you hand it on me on a silver platter, how can I not eat, bro? Well, yeah, so it's hilarious. Also, the Prince of All Saiyans, blah, blah, blah. The Prince of All Saiyans finally being now, like in on Earth, it was like contentious. You know, Vegeta might have like looked at it as a loss, but he was still technically stronger than Goku, right? Now now Goku has definitively surpassed him. Like no question about it this time. Both
Yeah, he
both
had like a whole little breakdown about it, like in his head.
yeah. So like, but he's superior in power and skill. So you're cooked,
True.
Vegeta. You're cooked. What are you gonna do now?
What they should do is get Ginyu's body, like the one with the frog in it, kill that, so Ginyu can't even go back to his original body.
No, but like he was only able to use his powers because like the other bodies he stole could use ki.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless that
no, I
frog
mean,
can somehow use fucking ki, like he's not getting
no,
back.
He
I'm trying to
teaches
say,
himself how to
kill the body that now has the frog soul in it. Like, kill the actual original Ginyu body with the horns.
Oh yeah.
Ginyu's body's
So
definitely
he
gonna
can't even
die.
go back to that if anyone else, like, nothing.
To be fair, that body's definitely gonna die soon. It has whole piece through his chest. It's in a frog's mind, so the frog is just gonna eat what the frogs usually eat or whatever on Namek, which is probably not gonna sustain Ginyu's body, which means probably gonna die regardless.
That's actually a really
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah. Probably bleed
So-
out if anything, because the fucking hole in his heart.
Yeah.
How long? I
So
don't know.
it's kind of cooked.
Do we have anything else we want to mention?
Oh yeah. Ginyu said he switched bodies with Goku. That's the worst trade in history. That's the worst trade in NBA history, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that's kind of fair. That's kind of fair.
Why at
Ben Simmons and
NBA
Tobias
history?
Harris, bro, for Ginyu.
Tobias Harris over me.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh, imagine trading Tobias Harris for Goku. That's
Goku,
that's a
Goku
fleece.
would
You
dunk.
fleeced him. You fleeced him.
Goku
That's
could
some
dunk.
Sam Presti shit.
Goku might be like a 5'10" king, but he like a short king. but
I'm
he'll
9.
dunk. Even worse. He'll dunk.
He'll dunk.
He'll still dunk. He'll dunk.
Like he can jump up like 40 million feet in the air. Ain't no way he is not dunking.
He's
Yeah.
dunking on everybody. That's the thing.
He would jump from the this own goal to like the other and just make
I
it.
gotta be honest. I feel like he would be a Shaq type player. I don't feel like he can shoot
just
for
run.
shit,
Just
but he's
run.
dominating in the paint. But despite his small stats,
He will get a 3-pointer dunk.
he is
That's how-
Asian Shaq.
Bro, Goku and Luffy would be a devious combo.
Luffy
That-
would just
that
do
would-
this and just stretch
he
his
just
arm out and
like-
just dunk it from like.
Wait, we've talked
Alright.
about this before. This is like once you get funky powers into it, like you can't. There's no
Yeah.
scaling this.
Yeah.
That's
true,
why they
true.
usually like Magic Worlds, like Harry Potter, have their own sports applied to what
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
can do to make it more like realistic. But
'Cause
baseball exists
otherwise,
in this.
you would just like
Baseball exists in both actually, because Luffy did that one thing that.
Yeah.
I know.
True,
So
true,
baseball
true.
exists in both.
So
Baseball is a sport that exists in both universes. So Luffy versus Goku.
do y'all think Yamcha's like
Who's running
cheating?
the line?
Do you think Yamcha's like cheating by using his powers, or do you think he like suppresses?
No, he's just
Russian
superhuman. He just chucks that ball faster than anybody can see. And
Yamcha is
So-
just
so-
like goated.
that's
He is
still
just
less-
human.
I feel like
He
that's
is-
better.
Yamcha's actually the GOAT baseball player.
Yeah.
Yamcha's like Krillin. They're just human. They just are very
After
fucking
all-
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like do you think he like actively suppresses himself like to like normal human levels, or do you think he
Human
actually?
levels.
He's still gonna be the GOAT for that sport though.
Yeah,
But
I
think
think it's
that's
like
gonna
Goku
do
like
it.
burst. Like
I
just
think
like
that's
whenever
gonna
he
do
needs
it
to
for
throw a
us
ball,
this
like
week. Otherwise, we're gonna keep yapping about fictional sports and superpowers. We're gonna be
Real
here another
sport.
hour. So shut the fuck up. We're gonna end it off with this week with that.
real powers and
You
fictional
say
sports.
goodbye to Ryu. Now you can speak.
Later.
Too hot.
Peace.
I'll be your exasperated host. I will see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Hey.